And Rogue, I think this is a nice warm-up tournament for them going into the RLCS season. Despite the fact that they were one of the most stalwart rosters throughout Roster Mania, that is still ongoing, by the way, they still have a lot of unanswered questions as to where exactly they're going to fit. Because again, they kind of placed midway through the pack for the entirety of RLCS's previous season. But we'll see how they carry through now as they go up against Moist Esports game number 1. Gyro immediately beginning with a downward approach, but Moist, they're just barely going to save face for the moment.
Well, at least we finally have a game that started, and it's Moist doing okay, but Gyro has a nice tip towards the backboard, so now Joyo's not going to let this be easy. Brings it to the other side. Who awaits him is Taroko. Astral not even going to let him go for the challenge. So this could be Moist with a chance on the offense, and hits against the wall. Joyo at least puts it on the side to maybe maintain some kind of possession for Moist, but it's back into the hands of Rogue.
Again, you got to remember, Moist here playing on 50 to 100 ping at a time, and so their defenses, they may be a bit lackluster at times, they may be a little bit behind the line, and Rogue is going to take advantage of whatever they can find. Ping P damned, they outplayed, and Gyro threads that needle in the upper 90 on the other end to find the first goal of the game.
Joyo almost got it out of the net too, but just got bullied. So first goal for Rogue, and look, already an aggressive offense. Rogue is going to leave this to Gyro, and they do have someone mid. That's Aqua to pass to, but at this point it's just touches to hit that back wall, and it's recovered by Moist, who are looking for the equalizer. Astral, a lot of trouble. He's been surrounded by all 3 defenders of Rogue, and it's looked like just Moist are going to give this one up.
They need to. They need to rotate back to save face. They need to play preemptively, just because of the fact that not only are they behind, but they're on a delay. I mean, that much cannot be overstated. Rise, though, just gonna babysit this ball in for that first goal. That's a great way to get yourself back up.
I'm just wondering when we were going to hit the brakes. I mean, Taroko was trying to line himself up, went for the flip, and actually got shoved out of the way. Just really didn't know the timing of how to stop this ball. And I think with the momentum that it had, I'm not sure if he could. We're left with a 1-1, and already a demo off the kickoff at 3-on-2. This almost just rolls in, hits the post. Gyro's a little stuck, and Aqua has to buy time, and somehow Rogue salvaged that moment where the demo was really cool off the start for Moist.
And now you're immediately seeing Rogue try and take some sort of control over some sort of territory. That's where Rogue has tended to struggle in the past, sort of just like locking down their territory and then clearing out the rest of it. It needs to be procedural. It needs to be bit by bit, chunk by chunk. Taroko with his 50-50 up against Astral, not going to happen, but that's why Aqua's there as that defensive force to back things up. Now Gyro going to clash again, and Rogue just trying to cede control over and over again, and it's working so far. Rise, though, has this goalkeeper roll down for the moment, but Aqua once again with the follow-up. Rogue just playing relentlessly, and so far it's working.
Yeah, it just felt like, man, Moist just couldn't get any clears here. They were doing all these soft little touches just to change the angle and the trajectory, but not really sending it far away enough and not having any space to operate. And then just eventually that pressure was going to mount for Rogue as they had really good dispersion around the net of ready to receive any type of soft clear that Moist was ready to put on. So this could be a chance, though, for Rogue to have some insurance off the backboard to Taroko. Aqua's getting bumped around. That shot not on target. Looking to salvage this offensive opportunity as Gyro takes a shot and a saving dive by Astral to deny it.
Rest of Moist immediately circling back so quickly, and they're barely able to get away with things. But Rogue, once again, so relentless, so preemptive. They get in front of that ball as quickly as possible, and they make it work over and over again. Rise to Joyo from below. Not going to carry into something just yet, but now Moist has that control that they need. Perhaps carry forward. Astral clashing with Aqua again. And it looks like Moist is trying to go for this man-to-man approach for a lot of these attacks to make sure that this ball has as clear a path as possible. But eventually you got to weave through these defenders instead of just facing them head on.
Oh, there was a shot from Joyo. He's just set up in the midfield after you just had the defenders of Rogue just kind of jumping left and right. It felt like a really big opportunity for Moist to get the equalizer, but we're still left with the second half and a 2-1 score for Rogue. Now moving downfield is Taroko and Gyros. The pass isn't hit. Aqua maybe tried to re-angle it towards his own team and misses that. It's all types of chaos there for Rogue as they hope to reobtain this possession as it's crossing from side to side. Astral has to deal with Gyro. He wants to revitalize this opportunity, but it's Rise who's taking it away. Wants the second tap, but Taroko's gonna deny, and that's what I've loved about Rogue, just the timing of their touches to make these opportunities so difficult, but it's still alive for Moist, but still no cigar yet.
And just like that, we're in the last 80 seconds of this game already. These teams have been playing so much neutral for so long. So much of the game is burned away, and yet Moist has less to show for it. Rogue has to maintain this lead, and they're going to go for a rushdown to at least burn the clock away, maybe score a goal for consolation. Gyro going to get past one against the backboard. Aqua has too much altitude to work with, but he's going to make it work despite that. A beautiful double tap gives Rogue a 2-goal lead.
I just love how patient Rogue is with this. First, they get stopped by a few defenders, so they go towards the backboard, wait for the defenders to get out of the way, and then there's the double touch right into the net, and that is some beautiful mechanics already on day one. 3-1 for Rogue in game one with a minute left. And getting outshot as well. It's 11-5 in favor of Rogue, so it's Moist playing from behind. Maybe I'm not hoping the ping doesn't affect them too much, but they're still stuck in their end looking for a major clear. But it's Taroko that's trying to center this one out, but it's tough to get through Astral and Joyo. Astral has the carry, goes below Aqua, and Rise just hits the post. Joyo with another touch, it's saved again. How did Moist not score there?
That's the kind of 1-2-3 punch I'm looking for in Moist's newly revitalized offense, thanks to Astral joining the squad. But sadly, it was just a little too off-kilter, and Rogue was a little too prepared for it. They have that gap to be able to play goal line just a little bit more. They have that room to roam just a little bit more. 15 seconds now, and Moist, if they don't score here, if they wreath control over to Rogue one more time, it's all over. One more attempted clear, trying to get it over Rise, but Moist, they're spread too thin, and Rogue, they have too much to run with. It's gonna be game one, going to Rogue for survival here in the roster royale.
They were just Rogue were so good at wasting Moist's time. On the defense, they were just challenging everything. You could not have the ball for more than 2 seconds without Gyro or Aqua on top of you. Taroko always putting it on a different trajectory that you were ready to jump for. Just Rogue were destroying every opportunity that Moist had, and they were able to make an offense out of them. Rogue is not just all defense, but also all offense, and that was a really good game to watch.